You want to know how to lose weight by resting? It's an incredible, awesome, easy video, easy to follow. Watch it. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Frank Iñiguez. I am the ambassador of reading. And today's topic, it's awesome. It's rest and lose weight. Can you imagine that? Rest and lose weight. And I know that we are in the holidays. We are in 2019. We just had Christmas. And now here comes New Year's. And here I'm going to talk about losing weight. How can that be? However, it is so. You know, I'm going to be talking with the support of this book by Jason Fung, Dr. Jason Fung. And this book is called The Complete Guide to Fasting. Now, in live audiences, sometimes I'll ask, do you fast? Do you fast? Do you fast? And usually people say, no, I don't fast. Well, according to the definition and according to what he says, we all fast. When you don't take food into your system, that's fasting. And when you're sleeping, guess what? You're not taking food into your system. And so you're fasting. That's why they call it in the morning your first meal of the day, breakfast, breaking the fast. Wow, that's pretty cool, huh? So we all fast. Now, people sometimes do it intentionally, and many of the people don't know that they're fasting. They don't do it intentionally. People that do it intentionally and they know about fasting, they know that it's a great way to lose weight. Now, why did I call it rest and lose weight? Is because I'm not talking about you resting and going to sleep and losing weight. No, I'm talking about giving your digestive system a rest. By you not putting food into your system, that's resting your digestive system and losing weight. Now, back in the 1970s, we didn't have a problem with type 2 diabetes, according to Dr. Jason Fung, and we didn't have a problem with obesity. What happened after 1970 is that people, food companies started bombarding people with too many commercials on eating food, especially sweets, sodas, candy bars, all that, treats in between the meals. That's what happened. In 1970, according to what I remember, I read in this book, the average folk would have a breakfast at 8 in the morning, lunch at about noon, and dinner at 6 p.m. And we were not putting any extra sugary food or drinks into our system. That was pretty much it. 6 p.m., you wash your teeth, floss them, go to sleep. Now, if you look at the time schedule, the time frame that I just gave you, 8, 12, 6, if you go to 6 p.m. and you don't eat anything until 8 in the morning, that's 14 hours of fasting. That's why we didn't have problem with obesity and we didn't have much problem with type 2 diabetes because people were fasting automatically. Well, nowadays, people are eating at 12 midnight, getting up at 6 in the morning and having something to eat with only 6 hours of fasting. Not enough for the digestive system to rest, recoup and do what it does. So what it does, it becomes overweight, and pretty soon people are having problem with obesity or type 2 diabetes. So he recommends that you give yourself a rest from food. Now, during the New Year's and Christmas, we are in 2019. He's pretty awesome. I love the way he wrote it. He says, look, if you're out in a party, don't be the party pooper. Don't tell your friends, oh, by the way, I'm fasting, I can't eat that. And if they come to your house, how's it going to be that you eat, that they eat, but you don't eat? It's not going to be cool. Or what if you go to their house? What are they going to think? Oh my goodness, what am I doing wrong? Why aren't they eating? So he says, look, say fasting for when there are no holidays, and say fasting. And he doesn't mean to overeat. He just says eat, enjoy, but don't overeat. Say fasting when you're not going to have get-togethers with your friends. So that way it doesn't interrupt your lifestyle. You do what you got to do. He talks about the best way to fast is 5 times out of the month. If you want to get the best result, he says you only need to fast about five times out of the month. And he's really funny. He says, look, if you don't eat meat, you can fast. If you're allergic to nuts, you can fast. If you don't have any money, you can fast. And he goes on, his list is a little bit longer. being funny that, you know what, it doesn't take much to do fasting, and you can start anytime and end at any time. Isn't that so wonderful? The original way to lose weight back then was through fasting. And people have forgotten that. They've gotten off the topic. They want to do everything but stop eating. It's not going to work. You know, they go through rigorous diets and eventually they get frustrated or tired. They have to count their calories. He says, don't count any calories. It's really easy. Stop eating. And then with this kind of fasting that he's talking about, you can still have coffee, you can still have tea, and you can have plenty of water. So that's cool. Now, he doesn't recommend fasting for more than the 14 hours that they used to do in the 1970s for children. He says children need the nutrients. Ladies that are pregnant should not fast no more than those hours. And if you're breastfeeding, he says don't fast. But if you're not a child, if you're not a pregnant woman and you're not breastfeeding, it's okay for you to fast. Now, he also talks about the man that lasted the longest fasting, and I think it's 382 days. You can buy the book and look at it yourself. He says the only thing they did for him was supplement him with vitamins, and he was fine. The longest I've ever fasted is 10 days, and I didn't do it through his guidance. I did it through another recipe that includes water, cayenne chili, honey, and lemons. And I did 10 days. I've done 7 days, and with him, I think the most I've ever done is 3 or 4 days, and it's pretty easy. And man, people say, am I going to feel weak? You don't feel weak. After the second day, it's like you're full of energy. It's like, whoa, what's happening? And it's not like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And he also says, don't confuse starving with fasting. If there's a lack of food and people are not having proper nutrition, that's not fasting. That's lack of nutrition. He says, don't confuse them. Fasting and starving is two different things. So there shouldn't be lack of food. You should always have your proper portions, your vitamins, everything that you need to be proper. Now, if you want to lose weight and you want to keep fit, then you fast. You know, most recently I was in a classroom and there were more than a few children overweight. Man, that's so sad. Help them out, you know, help out the children. They don't need extra food. Don't give them extra food. And if you could, you should avoid sugary drinks like soda. I mean, people think that they have to drink a soda with every meal. That's killing us. Really, you gotta stop that. Children, you gotta help them. You know, when they come home from school, eat with them so they learn. They can see you what you're doing. Don't eat snacks. Eat your meal. Walk your children to the bathroom. Floss their teeth. Brush their teeth. And maybe they can hang out for a little bit and maybe do a little bit of homework or talk to you, have some fun. And right before they go to bed, hey, come on, let's go have a glass of water so it can help our digestive system get clean and we can be full of energy and we can be healthy. And if you start teaching your children good habits, guess what? They're gonna do good. But if you don't teach them good habits, later on, type 2 diabetes, obesity, depression, a lot of things happen with that. So get them while they're young. I mean, I was at that school and I felt kind of sad. I'm not going to say anything to the children. They're children. But if you're watching and you're a parent and your child is really getting out of proportion, you should consider following the 1970, the way that people used to eat, 8, 12, 6 p.m., call it a day. Your children are going to have 14 hours of resting their system. They don't need the chips. They don't need the sodas. Especially not excessively. Once in a while, it's a treat, like I said on my other video, and have it. It's a treat. But it shouldn't be kind of like every day. It shouldn't be a constant. Very well, we're going to leave it at that. Till next time, your friend, the Ambassador of Reading, wishing you well today and always, knowing that you will find and get what you are looking for. Congratulations and thank you for watching until the end. If you like the information, there are more videos that you can watch. Also, if you're not part of this community yet where you're subscribed, you can subscribe down here. Also, make your comments. I love reading comments and share because that's what makes the channel grow. Thank you and welcome to the channel.